Hey guys, don't forget to stay till the end of the video for any community shoutouts or for any announcements. And if you like the video or like what I do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share if you want anyone else to see it. And all in all, thanks for the support. On with the video.
Would you like another example of why the whole "but your health" argument is bull? So, diet culture and fatphobia trick us into thinking that we can't trust our bodies. They make us think that when our bodies tell us what they need, that they must be lying to us or that we must know better than they do. When they tell us they're hungry, we're not supposed to feed them. When they tell us they're tired, we're not supposed to rest them. We're supposed to keep pushing, power through.
Stop. It's first, and I think one of the few times I'm going to warn you. Some of you in my audience are about to be pissed off. Intuitive eating is bullshit. I said what I said. Here's why. I have watched numerous people speak about intuitive eating. I have seen my great mistress, Michelle herself, even talk about being able to intuitively eat. And even she said she thought she was being smart and realized she was overeating too. Intuitive eating is the belief that you are intuitively listening to your body and what it needs. And you're only eating what it needs. However, half the people I see intuitive eating are intuitively eating McDonald's. And they're intuitively drinking soda. And they are intuitively destroying half of a bakery. And I question what's intuitive about that. The entire theory of intuitive eating, and I said this in another video, is essentially saying, oh, little cocaine addict, you're not addicted. You're just intuitively taking those drugs. Your body needs that cocaine. Oh, little alcoholic, you're not a drunk. You're just intuitively pounding down those sangrias and martinis. Oh, little sex addict, you're not addicted to that back alley prostitute. You are intuitively sucking random dick. See how that sounds? It's addiction. I've said it before in another video. Food is addictive. And when you are addicted to something, your brain asks for it. It needs that hit. It needs that dopamine. It wants it. It needs that rush of good feelings. And if you only get good feelings from what you num on, then guess what, buttercup? You're going to intuitively want it. I'm not trying to be mean. Now, yes, you may even eat healthy when you intuitively eat. But unless when you're intuitively grabbing, let's say, just for argument's sake, you're intuitively grabbing tofu. Even then, yes, you can still overeat. You may not intake a lot of calories, but if the amount of food you're taking in expands your stomach, then that means you're going to get hungrier quicker. Some people, and I forgot where I was seeing it, but some folks don't have that off button. Their addiction is so strong that they don't know what it means to not be hungry. They don't understand it. Their brains cannot get there. Don't promote stuff like this. I drink water like a fish, but I know in some aspects I drink too much. I crave water sometimes out of anxiety. Because I have claustrophobia, water feels like it's opening up my throat. So if I feel too warm, gotta have water. Can't be warm water. Has to be cold. I crave it. And the problem is, I know for a fact sometimes I really do overdrink. I'm taking in too much. I'm not having enough food I would rather stuff my stomach full of water, but even then, I sometimes expand my stomach too much with water. Yes, it is possible to do that. I've done it my whole life. It's because I feel safer when I drink water. It's why I actually get very confused when I see anyone drink like a soda or juice or anything else with a meal. Because in my mind, those liquids make your throat close up. I know half of you look at me going, Starson, that sounds weird. Yeah. I know it's weird. I acknowledge that. Doesn't stop me. I just talked about drinking so much that I had to take a big old glug of water. That's how bad it is. Okay? That's how bad it is. Regular diet and exercise. Watching your calories. Watching your intake. That is the true way to do it. I don't know why it takes my fat ass to tell you guys these things. This should be very obvious. Again, and I think I've stated it in numerous videos, why is it when a thin person says all these things, you guys immediately bite back? But you know what's crazy? I have seen social media people, YouTubers, much smaller than me, get kickback from these TikTokers for saying these things. Why is it no one's getting mad or everyone's just ignoring when I say it? Because suddenly when another fat person says it, you don't want to acknowledge it. Because now you can't say it's fatphobia. Now you can't say it's because I'm hating on fat people. See, nothing wrong with fat people. I don't. You're not an evil person for being overweight. And you're not an evil person if you need to lose weight. If you don't want to lose weight, that's your right. That's your prerogative. Do I agree with it? No, not anymore. But don't sit there and tell me that the way you're eating is good. Intuitive eating is just a new fad diet. It's just the easiest one in the world because it's one you can make up. I don't believe in any fad diets, by the way. Before we go any further, I don't believe in the keto. I don't believe in any of those because honestly, half of them are designed for very specific purposes and people exploit them. Everything is keto now. Everything is gluten-free. Most humans are not designed to go gluten-free. It's a building block for us. Being gluten intolerant is extremely rare, but you see a lot of people go after it. It's the same thing with all of this. I have listened time and again to a lot of these people saying, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. I go back again to Michelle. She just did a beautiful video about programs and sticking to them and exercising. My own husband, I can say, is I can accuse him of this. When someone tells me I've tried everything, no, I've done that program, I tried all that, I guarantee you their version of trying was a couple of days to 2 weeks. That's it. You want to yield results? 2 weeks is not enough. You have to stick to it for months, possibly years, before you yield results. You are building a system. You're building a routine. It takes a while. Rome wasn't built in a day. You don't become a master of a craft overnight. If you want to master something, if you want to fix something, if you want to get into some kind of healthy routine or healthy whatever, you cannot just sit there and say, oh, well, I tried and it's too hard. There was a little girl. You guys will remember a couple of videos back. I was talking about that family, the people in the BBC, that lovely lady, Sylvia, whatever her name was, the angry hag that made her husband stay home and work to take care of her. On that video and on a couple of others, there was this young lady. She had an issue with her teeth. And the British government had to pay to get some removed. And she was desperate to lose weight so that way she didn't have issues. And they were considering weight loss surgery. She was 13. This was in 2014. 13! And they were considering bariatric surgery. She was not even 190 pounds. She was overweight. I grant her that. She wanted to lose weight. Her whole family was overweight. They tried it for a week and said it was too hard and went right back to eating out. They want the weight loss surgery because that's going to be the magical fix. If you don't have the right tools in your brain, it's not going to work. I know I said this in other videos. Guys, I could hand you the greatest mechanic shop on the planet. It could have the lifts. It could have the right machinery. It could have the right things to replace tires. It could have everything your heart desires. And if you don't know a ratchet from an axle from a piston, it's not going to make a fucking difference. It's the same thing here. You can get bariatric surgery, and that's great. And you can initially lose tons of weight because you're eating essentially what's in this fucking bottle every meal. And that's it. That's great. Except, eventually your stomach is going to get bigger. Eventually you're going to have a little too much to eat. Eventually it's going to change. And then you require the tools to roll with that change. You require the tools to make it through to the next one. And if you don't utilize it, then you're just going to gain the weight back. And that is why a lot of the BOPO movement tries to claim, oh, diets don't work. Oh, everyone always gains them back. Yes, because if you sit there and you deny yourself everything but boiled chicken and grilled broccoli for 2 years, so that way you lose the weight, and then you lose it all, yay, you lost it. But if then you go right back to deep fried burgers and milkshakes, guess what? What have you learned? Nothing. You were thin for a little while, and then you got right back off the wagon. You have to learn longevity. Once you start that, you have to do it for the rest of your life. You got to keep up some kind of momentum. You can't exercise until you lose the weight. You have to continuously. See, problem is a lot of the times people gain this weight when they are in their 20s. And then by their 30s, when they decide they got to lose it, their mind still thinks, well, I'm still in my 20s. I can just do what I was doing before, and then I'll slowly gain it back. But no, you'll gain it back like that, baby, because as you're getting older, your body needs to cling to it more, because your body is a different mind from your brain. Your body is still acting on instincts that are ancient. And that's what people just aren't understanding. You're expecting your body to react logically to things that it can't understand. It might never understand. So you, being the more intelligent of the two in that one body, have to make the right choices. If your body is desiring things you're not supposed to have, then you need to pull up on your big girl and big boy panties and say, I'm not going to have it. You have to have willpower. And if you don't have willpower, then you have to not have temptation in front of you. If you're a gambler, are you going to go stand in the middle of a casino with a pack of $1,000 in your hand? No. Why? Because more than likely you're going to want to gamble again. If you're a drunk, are you going to sit there with an entire wet bar stocked in your house? No, because that's temptation. Everyone has temptation. Some folks are more inclined to it than others. You know, I actually put it to this. It's a cute example. Who here watches the Try Not to Eat challenges? I love them. I watch them all the time, even though I think half the food is disgusting and I don't know why anyone would want to eat it. But I always get infuriated. They all know there's a punishment food at the end, but they'll still eat that food in front of them. They know in real time every single food they try is a punishment waiting to happen. But they do it anyways. Sometimes the food they try in front of them is food they have every day. So it's not even like it's worth it. This isn't a once-in-a-lifetime food. This is, oh, I have this all the time. Oh, this is what we have every Christmas. And they still do it. Don't you wonder why that is? Willpower. I always celebrate whoever makes it to the end. And I always comment. I don't know if I seem like that asshole in the comments, but I always comment, I would never eat it. Hell, someone said because I'm a white person, no wonder I wouldn't like it. No. Candy shouldn't be spicy. But anyways. My little rant. You have to have willpower to say, no, the reward at the end of this is better than making these wrong choices now. And that's the thing. You can take that idea and put it anywhere. You want to save up for something good, like a house or a car? Make an idea of what you truly need. I actually had a friend come to me recently and ask me about money advice and how to save, which I thought was hilarious. I give great advice, but I'm not good at taking it. I told him, I said, well, because he said he makes good money, but the problem is that he often will he'll buy stupid shit. And I said, okay, so here's how you do it. You take that object, whether it be online, pretend you're holding it in your hand, or in person, and you think about it. If you're going to buy it, if you have the money to buy it, hold it in your hand and say, where is this object going to be 3 weeks from now? Am I even going to remember it? Am I going to use it every day? Or can I save this money? It's the same idea with food. Think 3 weeks from now. Are you really going to care that you had that burger? Probably the next day you're not even going to remember you didn't have it. Go ahead right now. Sit down and from the day you're watching this, think to 3 weeks back on the exact day. What did you eat? What were the 3 meals that you had? Did you have any snacks? What were they? Don't cheat. Don't look it up if you catalog it on Instagram or whatever. Think. If you can't tell me what you had, then you didn't need to have it. You could have had something else. Something better. Learn to live a little less in the moment. Learn to follow a stricter regimen. Instead of intuitively choosing something better, have a little list. Give yourself a guideline. Having a set of rules to fall back on is more helpful than you think. If you need to laminate a little tiny list and leave it in your wallet or in your bag or something, wherever you go out, do that. If you want to be intuitive. Count the calories. Balance out with exercise. Walking is a lot more beneficial than people give it credit for. Look at me. I've been telling you guys I've been steadily losing weight. Why? Because I went from literally never going for walks. And if I did, it was one store outing, maybe every third week of the month. And that was it. Because I wanted to be a little more conscious on our gas tank. Now instead, I make sure we go for walks at the pet store. Because it's too hot for me outside. I ain't fucking doing that. I make sure we try to take at least an hour walk. Because that's more beneficial. And that's what I'm telling you guys. It's small changes. They're not huge. But they're worth it. So instead of worrying about intuitiveness, worry about strict guidelines, set guidelines, and easy rules. Set your own rules. Follow them. You will see results. But don't rely on your own intuition because you're always going to be more forgiving and your willpower will give out. No one is that strong. Nobody. Everyone gives into temptation. Don't pretend you don't. There's always something. Sure, maybe you might always make it through those challenges, But you know what challenge I will never succeed in? The try not to touch challenge. Don't you put a fluffy animal in front of me. I'm gonna lose. Every time. Every time. So it just depends on where your willpower lacks. That's all I had to say, guys. That's all I had to say on the matter. Have the willpower to do better for you. I'll see you all in the next one.
Hey guys, I am sorry. Everything I've heard about intuitive eating, it just doesn't work. I'm also sorry that I don't have any community shoutouts this week. I'd like to have some, but you guys have stopped sending them in, and that hurts my heart. But I get it. We're getting towards summer, which is when a lot of folks start actually doing the work for their bodies. So all I know is keep going, guys. Keep going. I personally have lost at least 9 pounds in the last 2 weeks, so I hope that helps you out a little bit. I want to start off by thanking all of my patrons for your continued support. You guys have no idea how much you help me. If you guys want to become a patron for me, it starts as low as $1. If you like what I do, if you want to support my work, please, please, please consider becoming a patron. You get a lot of perks with it that I try to keep up on. Most of them involve my artwork, but I do try to schedule, if everyone is available, a monthly Discord call where we all talk on the phone, face to face. I do shout outs and I try to do giveaways. I have stopped the giveaways for a few months because it's just been, things have been hectic, but I'm going to pick them back up. There is also exclusive artwork you're only going to get on my Patreon. So keep that in mind. I want to thank Lisa, John Quinn, Sherry Milosky, Emile DeVry, Edie, Maria, Panda Bear, Anime Chan, Lady Derpy, Noodles, Choco Hooligan, Amelia, Brentley, Gina, Rox, and Natalie. Thank you all for your continued support. Guys, make sure you head over to No System. Right now, we have a lot of sales going on with the Johnny Depp merch, because as you guys all know, Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, that trial, in conjunction with one of our capsule stores, Popcorn Planet, we have some amazing merchandise, and we do have some charity merchandise. So, pop on over there. We also are getting a lot of new merch right now. I cannot wait to show you guys. I have got some cool plans in the works. If you are in the Bel Air, I believe. No, Beverly Hills. If you are in the Beverly Hills area this weekend, please make sure you go see my friends Mikey Harlow and Gothix at the Walkaway. Make sure you go sign up for that, guys. It's this Saturday. If you are in the Rowan County area of North Carolina and you are going to the Cheerwine Festival, you can come and see me. I am going to be at Umami. I'm going to be down by the main stage. Next to the beer garden. I'm going to be out there being absolutely obnoxious and helping Umami downtown out. Let's see. That's all I had to tell you guys. Ignore my dryer totally going off in the background. But yes, on Saturday, I will be there. Otherwise, guys, this is all my social media. If you want to support me, if you want to help me out and continue my lovely work, do consider follow me on any of these things. And otherwise, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, like I said at the beginning of the video. And otherwise, just don't forget to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So, guys, I love you all. Be safe. Bye for now.